Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Awesemo lineup building show presented by Jock MKT. We'll be building 3 lineups for Week 18 DraftKings. Should be a pretty interesting one, as Week 18 sometimes teams rest, sometimes they're playing for odds. So we need to really make the right choices this week. All right, so I'm gonna build 3 lineups here. The first is with Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. They are motivated to win this week, and they got a match versus the Seahawks, a team that can definitely put up some points. Chase Edmonds just got ruled out. Connor is questionable, so we're really not sure what's going on with the receivers. But I think Kirk and Ertz are probably your best bets. AJ Green's a little bit more of a sleeper because he's expensive. So I think I'd want to go with one of Kirk or Ertz, and then maybe AJ Green. Rondale Moore also just got ruled out, so Antoine Wesley could be interesting. So let's go with Kirk and Green in this lineup. And then I think you can run it back. Penny, Lockett, Metcalf, Everett. All of these are pretty reasonable options, but let's go with Everett since we need a tight end. At running back, Sony Michel is probably my top play of the week just because the Rams need to win this one. And it's a pretty competitive matchup with their favorites versus San Francisco. So Cam Akers is back this week, but we don't really think he's going to take a big workload right from the jump. So Sony Michel is a great value. You can also get these guys on Jock Market. So Jock Market, you kind of invest in players like the stock market. And if you get them at the right price, you can make a nice profit. On this slate, we have Sony Michel at $4.96. So that means if you can buy shares for less than that, you're going to turn a profit. And you can get a $50 bonus using the promo code Awesemo. So make sure to check out Jock Market. All right. Second running back, Singletary. The Bills are in a nice matchup here. And the weather is a little bit windy, so I think they could run the ball a decent amount, and Singletary's been a workhorse recently, so he makes a lot of sense. At defense, we could go with the Bills because get that little correlation play where if the Jets have a rough day, maybe we get more rushing. All right, wide receiver, DJ Moore is probably my favorite option. Carolina is out, of course, so I think we'll get a lot of Darnold in this game, and DJ Moore should benefit the more that Darnold plays. We got 6K left, so I could go with Donta Foreman. The Titans are incentivized to win this week to make sure they're one of the top seeds, so got a great matchup versus Houston. He's kind of their power back. I'm getting a very high value ranking, but not a very good contrarian ranking, so maybe I want to throw in a little bit more of a sleeper play into this lineup. So I think I could do that if, let's say, I'll put in, let's see, at tight end. Instead of running it back with Everett, what if I put in Mike Gesicki? He's one of my contrarian tight ends. Pretty expensive this week, but no one has them. And then 4,600, a little bit of a tougher range here, but yeah, I don't have any. I guess I'll have to make a few tweaks to this one. So let's leave in Everett. Instead of Sony Michel, maybe we go a little bit off the board with Cordarrelle Patterson. He had a hot start to the season, hasn't done much recently, so the ownership is down a ton. And then Jacoby Myers at flex. So you guys can see how like a 3% tweak really changes these rankings. So now I'm above 70% of projected lineups in projection and above 70% in ownership. So this is a better GPP build, even though it has weaker players. Lineup 2, Taysom Hill. The Saints need to win this week, so I think going to Hill makes sense. Falcons kind of interesting. So Pitt said he's going to play, So I think he's a good play. And then for my stack, Deontay Harris, he plays about half the snaps, but he's targeted a ton when he's out there. And then Kamara could get some receiving work, but I'm just going to hope that Taysom runs the ball a lot when I have Taysom, and Deontay Harris maybe gets in the end zone. All right. At running back, this was a kind of cheaper stack, so I can go for a more expensive player. Jonathan Taylor is someone that I'm going to look at this week because they need to win. Huge favorites. So this could easily be a monster week for Taylor. And then at wide receiver, let's go with DJ Moore. I think he's just too good of a value this week. And another running back. Okay, so the ownership, we got a couple of pretty big sleepers already. So let's not worry about that. Let's go with Michelle in this lineup. And at wide receiver, we could go with Russell Gage, kind of get even more of a game stack. Although in this scenario, we have to worry a little bit that Matt Ryan outscores Taysom, but I think Taysom can do it mostly himself, so I'm not worried too much. And then the Browns versus the Bengals, second string quarterback. This is an easy value play. And this leaves us with Zach Ertz staring us down in the tight end flex. Since we have a really solid tight end at tight end, I'm not worried about having two tight ends here. Better projection than 90% of lineups and better ownership than 20%. We do have a projection that's 16 points higher than our previous lineup, so I'd say this one's a little bit better, even though the contrarian ranking is low. Lineup 3, this is the contrarian stack. Mac Jones actually had a pretty good week last week. And then this game could be sneaky competitive. Miami hasn't been too bad, so I think that this could have more passing than people realize. Jacoby Myers, obviously fantastic. And then I could throw in Hunter Henry at tight end and run it back with Devontae Parker. I think this is a solid build. All right, and then let's go with Dalvin Cook in this one. He said he's going to be playing a good amount this week, so I'm going to trust him there. Got a nice matchup versus the Bears. 5,600 per player. Maybe this is where we go with Michael Carter. Since the Bills are the chalk defense of the week, you get a little bit of leverage with Carter as well. All right, I got enough money to spend up at wide receiver, so maybe in this lineup we go with Cooper Kupp. Kupp, really tough matchup, and we could see a lot of passing from the Rams, and he's playing to set a record. So really a lot of things going for him. Let's go with the wide receiver now. We got 8K left, so let's go with a cheaper guy. Jacoby Myers. Oh, we already have him because that's our stack. Deontay Harris. I think that he's one of the few like 3K-ish guys that we can feel pretty confident in. But then I have a little bit too much money left over, even if I pick the Buccaneers defense. So let's see how this line shakes out. 60th to 70th% value ranking, 80th to 90th percentile contrarian. So I think if we could figure out how to spend this $800, maybe we could get that ranking up. But all you guys play with this one. Let me know what you guys think about these lineups in the comments and what you're expecting in Week 18. It should be a fun one. Make sure to check out our sponsor, Jock Market. Free $50 if you use the promo code Awesemo. And guys, good luck in Week 18.